So Danai, we covered so far the need to invest, we saw how important it is to start as early as possible, and we also explored the potential investment options that we can use. But how do we actually start? Where do we go to put our money and buy these investments?
Well, Nephili, the easiest and most practical way is to use online brokerage and trading platforms. These platforms provide the ability to buy and sell various investment assets like stocks, bonds, and ETFs. Which one you choose depends also where you live because not all brokers are available in all countries. People in the US are spoiled for choice and have quite a number of options. People in Europe, however, need to be quite selective based on the availability of the platforms in their own country. We only focus on online platforms as this is the more immediate and low-cost option for beginners like ourselves. More advanced investors may also refer to financial advisors. It's important to say here again that we do not promote any of these platforms or have anything to gain since we are doing this as a description of our own journey that we want to share with other Gen Z and want to learn with us. As examples, though, some of the popular options in the US are Charles Schwab, Interactive Brokers, Fidelity, E-Trade, and in Europe, Interactive Brokers, Saxo Bank, Revolut, Trading 212, DeGiro. It's best to research each one of them and others to see which one best fits somebody's needs.
First, we should be clear that if you are under 18, you cannot open an investment account. The best way is to ask your parents to create separate accounts under their name with a distinct number so that you can eventually transfer these to your name after you are 18. This is what we have done. For people that are truly beginners and are not comfortable with online applications and just want to get a taste of investing, they could maybe start using Revolut. Many people have a Revolut account that they use as a debit card, but lately, Revolut has added an easy-to-use investment option. Here you can buy either specific ETFs like the S&P 500 or some ready-made ETFs that aggregate a number of them into a single product. They claim to have over 3,000 plus US and EU stocks to choose from. They also give the option to automate monthly installments to make it an easy, habitual behavior. Something to be aware is that any cash you have in the investment account that are not invested yet are protected only up to 22,000 euros. So it's better to avoid having more cash without being invested. In any case, Revolut offers high-interest accounts out of the investment accounts so you can always keep the money there and transfer only when you are ready to buy an asset. The money already invested in stocks, bonds, or ETFs are held in segregated accounts in your name or for your benefit, not the broker's name, so they are safe in case the broker goes down. This is true for regulated brokers, such as the ones we examine here. One could also enroll to some investment plans that require recurring monthly buy orders. These plans allow you to select existing ETFs from providers like iShares, Vanguard, Almundi, and the choices are pretty good. They include a lot of the core ETFs a long-term investor would want to have. They also have Robo-Advisor. Robo-Advisor allocates money to model portfolios created by professionals and AI. A model portfolio is a collection of 5 to 8 ETFs curated by Robo-Advisor based on a predefined investment strategy. Here you can select from predefined portfolios. You select the risk profile, and the ETFs within each one are preset by Revolut. This is a good option for people that want to invest with one click without going through any selection process for stocks or ETFs, just their risk appetite.
The fees are also an important consideration, Nephili. However, this can be quite a heavy topic, so we left it for a separate video on our website.
That's right, Danai. Sometimes people rush into investing without understanding all the implications. Let's go now to the next online trading platform, Trading 212. It has a very user-friendly interface, and it's quite suitable for beginners. This platform is more focused on investments compared to Revolut, which offers a wide range of payment and banking services. However, they do also offer a debit card if anyone is interested. They are a very popular platform in the UK and Europe overall. They claim to have 4.5 million accounts and over 13,000 global stocks and ETFs to choose from. One thing to note is Trading 212 does not support trading individual bonds, only bond ETFs. So you cannot buy a bond that has been issued by a specific company, let's say. This is okay for us as beginners, as we will see later on that the best thing to do is to focus on ETFs. They also support multiple currencies in the same investment account, and they provide high interest for the cash not invested. Their main selling proposition is the concept of pies. These are ready-made portfolios with different risk profiles. These plans offer automated recurring investment. They allocate a percentage to specific assets, such as stocks, bonds in different geographies and industries. You can just pick one of the ready-made pies, customize one, or select one from the community of traders. In this area, Trading 212 has a wider choice of options.
Let's cover now the third and last online trading platform, Interactive Brokers. This is one of the world's leading and largest trading platforms. Is considered by many a solid and trusted choice for many institutions and professional traders. They started over the past few years to cater for beginners as well. It's actually a listed company itself on the US NASDAQ exchange and is regulated in the US and Ireland. This means that one can find a lot of information about them and all their financials. They are considered one of the lowest cost providers and have the widest choice to global exchanges, stocks, bonds, and ETFs. In fact, they cover more than 150 markets in more than 30 countries.
That's right, Danai. This is one of the most sophisticated and powerful online platforms. At the same time, though, they are more complex to use, especially for beginners. So it's best to use this platform if one has a bit more experience with investing first, would like to have a variety of investment options, but more importantly, has large amounts of funds to invest. Lately, however, they have been making efforts to make a more user-friendly interface for beginners. So if one like us wants to use Interactive Brokers, it's best to select either the web-based client portal, the mobile app, or the Global Trader app. A nice thing that Interactive Brokers has is that you can create multiple accounts under one name, so a parent can manage their kids' accounts like that.
That's right, Nafili. This is one of the things we have. Our dad created separate accounts under his name that he is using for us to invest. And to close, a lot of people would like to know where these brokers are regulated from to give them an extra level of comfort. We list here the authorities and the countries for the 3 brokers we covered so far.
This is an important point, Danai. We want to make sure our financial future is managed by a partner that is transparent, trustworthy, and supports ethical standards. Well, this was quite a ride. Quite a bit of detail, but this was necessary before we move on to the next module, where we become very specific as to what ETFs could form a potential long-term portfolio. Thank you for watching, everyone.